guys, this is Puerto Rico, and I know all of you guys know Benchmade. I made a video about the Benchmade Mini Freek Axis Lock Action. I had the Benchmade Bugout Blackout Edition, the first size Axis Lock mechanism as well. But what about the Benchmade Infidel, the OTF? So yes guys, I had the Benchmade Infidel OTF knife. If you watch movies, maybe John Wick, he used a Microtech Ultratech OTF, but Benchmade made their own version, and that's the Infidel. They also have the Infidel Mini and all the kind of stuff, but this is the OTF kind of style knife, and that stands for out of the front, which means that your blade does not come out of that traditional style for folding knife, which is like the side and you flip it like this. It comes out of the front, literally. So you're gonna have an opening on the top, and you're gonna have a bottom or a lever, however you wanna call it. And once you put this bottom or lever or switch up, the blade is gonna go out of the front. That's what made this knife different. And this will be called an automatic knife because you're not like opening the blade manually. You're just deploying the blade with the click. So yeah, I thought this was super interesting. I really couldn't understand how this even happened. Like when I grabbed this knife, I was doing this for like 10-20 minutes, and the knife is not mine. So the owner of the knife actually called me out and said, no, you need to stop doing all that stuff because you're gonna mess it up. But guess what? Like Benchmade have one of the best warranties for knife manufacturers out there. So if there is anything that happened to the action of the knife, you can send it back to them and they will fix it for free and send it back to you. And if they can't fix it, they will probably replace it. So now let's talk about a couple specs about the Benchmade Infidel OTF, and this is going to be the full size. The blade length for the Infidel is 3.91 inches. The overall length with open is going to be 8.91 inches. The closed length is going to be 5 inches. It will weigh around 5 ounces. The blade material is this gray finish, and it is going to be a D2 steel. And that's a pretty common steel. It's probably not your higher end steel. And for the price of this knife, you might want to expect a better steel, but with the action and the mechanism and everything that's going on in this knife, I don't think it's lacking material at all. It's made in the United States and the MSRP is about $400, but I've seen the knife and it sells around $420. You go to Blade HQ or some other website. OTF knife that this Infidel can come in single action or double action. And that means with the single action, you might deploy the blade with one action like that, but you will have to do something to put it back manually. With a double action like this, you can pull it out like this and press down and it will come right in. And this is a double action OTF. The size for this knife is actually perfect in my opinion with a knife like this. If I buy a knife like this, probably for self-defense or scare somebody out, I personally have my weapon as a self-defense, so this is gonna be more as a fidget toy or having a cool knife in my collection, or maybe I give it to my girlfriend so she can have it in her purse in case anything happens. An OTF knife, I think is perfect when it's a full-size grip. I think like knives like this that have a great action like this, it fits just perfect full size. I have regular or average hands, and this fits just perfect in my hand, and it's super easy to deploy and retract into the handle. So the blade is gonna be almost the same size as the handle, maybe for like an inch shorter or something like that, but I think it's a pretty good proportion. The texture on this knife is some like lines going across, and when you're like deploying the knife, you have all those lines on the switch and on in the handle, so you get a pretty good grip, and that's where you need the grip the most, right? When you're deploying or putting the knife back. And I don't complain about that. The back of the knife is plain, but it is for a reason. You have the blade clip right here where you have Infidel. When you put this on your pocket, put it in your pants or whatever you're gonna hang it up with the clip, you're gonna have a flat surface where nothing is gonna be scratched. And that's a little complaint I have about my Benchmade Mini Freek. It's all rubbery, so under the clip it's all rubber too. So when I put this knife on my pocket, it's a little bit harder to put on my pocket and take it off because of that rubber rubbing against my clothes. And like I said before, the material for this knife is gonna be a D2 steel, which is a decent steel, probably not the highest end out there, but it will get the work done. You're gonna have one side that is like grinded and it's sharpened and all of that, and the bottom of it is gonna be flat. So you're gonna have like a single edge kind of blade, and it's gonna be a dagger kind of style. So you're gonna have an edge on this side and on this side of the knife. It comes super sharp when you buy this knife, but I bet it's gonna be a little bit hard to sharpen it on your own. So I probably personally send it back to Benchmade so they can do some service on it, but that's me. So like I said before, this is a super smooth action. I have to say the retraction and deployment on the blade is amazing. The only little complaint I have is when you put this trigger up or down, like you have some kind of roll trigger if you're talking just like guns, but you can't really predict when the knife is going to deploy. So I know if I push it up, it's gonna deploy because I know I will push it up with enough force all the way to the top where it's gonna make the blade go off, and the same when going back. But if you have somebody that's a little bit weaker or weaker hands, weaker grip, I don't think it's gonna be as easy to like push all the way forward because you can really predict, and it's a little bit hard. It works just fine. You probably want the mini one or other knife if this is a little bit too hard for you and you wanna try that out. You probably can go to a Benchmade dealership, to like a blade store, knife store, and you can try it out on your own and see if it is enough for you or not. The handle of this knife is made out of T6 aluminum. I'm not sure how good it is, but the knife feels good in your hand. It feels like a little piece of tool. It's not one of those knives that you move it like this out rattling, or the pieces are coming apart. It feels like a piece of tool like you can use and beat it up and it's gonna work for you. The handle in this knife is gonna have a black finish, which is working pretty good. I don't see any wear on the finish of the handle or the knife, and the trigger finish is gonna match your blade finish as well. So I like this knife a lot. This is definitely gonna be like a little fidget toy for me, and you can use it on an everyday to-day basis if you like. So I don't think it's good enough for me. Like I say in many of my videos, I use my knife mostly to open boxes and some simple tools in the office. I don't need a blade like this or a knife with all these features to carry on my everyday carry. It's a little bit overkill for me. I may carry this to go to the shooting range or give it to my girlfriend so she can go do her stuff and she has something. She can scare somebody off or use in self-defense if she ever have to, but I don't think it's something that I would carry every day. The other little complaint I have is the trigger. Like, it's not really predictable, and I don't know, I think it could be a little bit better, but don't take my advice. Maybe they designed this trigger like this for a reason and I don't really understand it. Another little thing is that this knife is expensive, so if you want to get one of these, it's gonna run for about $400, and for $400 you better have a purpose for this knife, or you have a lot of money, and that's not me. If you have the money for this, I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna leave a couple of links in the description below so you can check this, the mini version, and some other knives out. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Please subscribe, and see you till next time.